Travel Access is brought to you by Jack Sprat Seafood and Pizza Restaurant and Bar in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Travel Access. Let's check out what's coming up on this week's show.
Boy, Karen, it was such a beautiful and heartwarming thank you celebration. It is exactly what I wanted it to be. And, to have it streamed live by BOJ, honestly, that was like the first that we've ever done something like this.
Yes, definitely.
And
we're live right now.
It made sense, because someone said to me, think of the person who gave to Breds that cannot be here.
Yes.
How can they feel connected? You should have it streamed.
Yes.
It's important for the external community to realize that our fellow brothers and sisters are in a state of despair and we need to jump in. So when I came down, I saw chaos, I saw huge need, and I thought, wow.
I'm your host, Colors. Don't go anywhere. Travel Access will begin right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. For this week on Travel Access, we are in the community of Treasure Beach, where the NGO Breds had a celebration building back with love.
All right, so we're here with OJ, the Honorable Mr. Michael Leachin. Welcome to St. Elizabeth, sir. Welcome to Treasure Beach again.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Yes, I hope you enjoyed the ride down.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
Because the last time I was here, it was the exact opposite of what I see today. So, on behalf of NCB, thank you very much for hosting us today.
Definitely. All right. So, social media in preparation, we have been advertising today, and social media, person in general, they have asked me to ask you a few questions, So let me just state the first one. The first question that they have asked me to ask is, what inspired the establishment of the Building a Better Jamaica Fund, and why was it so important to create?
Well, you see, when your back is against the wall, when you're in a state of despair, you just need a little bit of help from family as the first concentric circle, from community, from country. And we all know what it is to feel despair. And when an exogenous event like a hurricane comes, we have to make sure that we show some care for our brethren, because it could happen to us.
Yes.
And one day it will happen to us. And we'd like to know that the good that we did will come back to us. But that's not why we're doing it. It's because we are caring for others. We're caring for our brothers and sisters who at the time felt despair. And it would be very callous of us not to have the feeling for helping our fellow man. And those of us who can, should.
Yes. I mean, for persons like myself who are from St. Elizabeth, and we heard what happened. Persons saw bits and pieces on the media, but when you came down here and you toured the affected areas in the aftermath of the devastation of Hurricane Beryl, what were your reflections on the impact that you witnessed firsthand at that point?
Wow, where do we start? Because it was just total chaos.
Yes.
Where do you start? Well, when you're in it, it's even worse. Where do I start? Because I'm in it and my house is devastated. I don't have any septic system. My toilet is, I can't use my toilet. There's no electricity. There's no internet, nothing, no food. Where do we start?
Yes.
So that's when the external community, it's important for the external community to realize that our fellow brothers and sisters are in a state of despair and we need to jump in. So when I came down, I saw chaos, I saw huge need, and I thought, wow, how fortunate the rest of us Jamaica are that it didn't come to our home. And therefore, since it didn't come to our home, all of us have to make sure we chip in and chime in. And we had to take leadership to start, just to catalyze it, which we did.
Yes.
We
I can tell you, the residents of St. Elizabeth, if you have some time this evening, I'm not sure, but and you move around, You know, they will tell you how much they appreciate what you did and the NCB Foundation. In fact, I just want to ask you, what stands out to you as the most significant achievement of the Building a Better Jamaica Fund?
The most significant achievement is that a lot of people actually felt it, and they actually put their money where their feelings were.
Yes.
Right? A lot of people realize that, oh my gosh, again, this could be me. So I can help, so I am helping. So it's just the congealing of people who felt for their fellow man, and they participated in an active way through the fund.
Yes.
And you know, when the best way to congeal a country is to have an external threat. That's when everybody come together.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And everybody, well, a lot of people came together to help the affected areas.
It was amazing.
And they did it through the NCB Building a Better Fund. And today I'm here, I'm sitting here, I came back today, and I'm thinking, we're Beryl. That's Beryl.
Yes.
We're Beryl.
Boy,
So
that
just shows the success.
Yes.
And it shows what we can do when we are congealed, when we come together, when we feel for each other, and there's a lot of heart in it. Money is fine, but there's a lot of heart in it also.
Yes. I mean, it's still stuck in my mind. Those images, you know, that 24 hours after I drove through, you know, as you spoke to. Well, I didn't know, because when I saw the light poles down, for example, I was saying, boy, it's next year before these come back up. But finally, Mr. Leachin, because I know the audience is waiting for you, the Breds, the Breds Build Back with Love event celebrates those who contributed to the rebuilding efforts in Treasure Beach. Why do you believe it's vital to recognize the individuals and organizations involved in these recovery efforts?
I came down here today because when I came during the crisis,
yes,
I saw the work being done by the Breds Foundation. And it humbles me. It humbles me because when people are working selflessly, and they go over and above, and they put themselves at the back of the line and put everybody else at the front of the line, that is to be respected.
Yes.
So I am here to pay my respects to the Breds Foundation and all the ecosystem surrounding the Breds Foundation, because you stepped up and you demonstrated to us what true caring is all about. You demonstrated what true empathy is all about, what true love is all about. You just didn't talk, and we're good in Jamaica to just talk, right? You actually did. So congratulations, Bred. Yes. We need more Breds around.
We're heading to a break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's jump right back into this week's feature.
Okay, Mr. Leachin, I want to thank you for talking to us here on BOJTV. We are live right across the world. You know, persons in the international diaspora, they are watching you, they are listening to you, and I know they'll hear you when you take the podium. But on behalf of the production team here, we just want to thank you, you know, for everything that you have done. And final words are yours as you speak to those watching online.
Well, you know, Breds really is a role model to me, because actually my personal mantra is prosperitas cum caritate, which is loosely translated, doing well by doing good.
Yes.
Breds cannot do well because it's a philanthropic organization, but it certainly is doing good. So we need to make sure that those of us who are fortunate and can help Breds support Breds, because we need more Breds in Jamaica to provide the resiliency to our citizens when times are the darkest.
Yes. All right, so we are still here in Treasure Beach, and we have caught up with the big man himself, Mr. Richardson. How are you, sir?
I am doing well. And how are you?
Not too bad. I'm sure, is this the first time in Treasure Beach, sir?
No, not at all. Because just after burial, we came down and we actually looked at the area and we saw the need that we definitely need to put some some help to this parish, or
Yes.
actually to this community.
Yes, definitely. I mean, Mr. Leachin delivered the keynote address, and his message was about love and respect and working together. Well received. Awesome chairman you have there at NCB, man.
Definitely is.
All right. So during the live stream, because we're streaming live, some questions came from social media. The first thing that they have asked me to ask you, Mr. Richards, is the donation matching was a unique feature of the Building a Better Jamaica Fund. They want to find out how that worked.
All right, it's beautiful because it's our approach to giving. So when we heard about this and we said, listen, we must help, what we did was to put in an initial $20 million. And then we said to Jamaica and overseas that any dollar you put, we will match it up to a maximum of 150 million.
Awesome. All right. So, and of course, social media trying to get into your business a whole lot. They have asked me to ask you, what has the fund raised so far in terms of monetary value? They want to know the money we raised so far.
All right, I'm gonna give you a hint.
Yes.
Right. Our target was 300 million, and we exceeded that target.
Wow. Okay. I won't get into it anymore. So you hear that, guys, from Mr. Richards. All right. And thirdly, they're asking, what are some of the key partners NCB you're working with in terms of executing the work so far? Some of the key partners that you worked with in terms of executing so far.
All right, I don't want to leave anybody off, so
Yes.
I'm going to pull up my phone so
No
I
problem.
can get all my execution partners. Breds, Treasure Beach Foundation, American Friends of Jamaica, Food for the Poor, Jamaica Social Stock Exchange, MICO, Mediations, Global Empowerment Mission, that's GEM, Mustard Seed Communities, and Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM. Those are our partners.
Okay, and what would you say what has been the impact of the fund so far today?
The impact has been tremendous because what we do is to ensure that fisher folks, farmers, education, everybody get a touch of what we have. And it's not over because we mentioned earlier that we exceeded the amount of 300 million. Just to tell you that we have distributed over 310 million so far, and there's still more in the kitty.
All right, cool. Awesome day down here in Treasure Beach. What's next after today? We're celebrating today. What happens next in terms of from your
All
side
right.
of it?
So donation to date is 395 million.
Yes.
So if I told you that 310 have been distributed so far,
Yes.
there is some to go. So our work continues. We will now continue to reach out to education, continue to reach out to micro, the small farmers, and we ensure that we not only build back, but build back better and stronger.
I want to thank you, Mr. Richardson, for being here on BOJTV. And on behalf of the entire community of Treasure Beach, I want to thank you for the great work that you and your organization that you continue to do for Jamaica and the community, as I said. Thank
The
you
pleasure
very
is
much.
all ours. NCB.
All right, so we are still here in Treasure Beach, and we have caught up with the Consul General, Mr. Oliver Mayer. How you enjoying Treasure Beach today, sir?
Excellent. Great experience.
Yes.
I came here a few days ago just to examine the damage and some of the relief efforts.
Yes.
And I was invited back to this Thanksgiving service, and it's been amazing.
Okay. Well, we're streaming live, and the team, they were very hard, very captivated by your presentation right here at BOJTV. You want to just sum up for us the message that you brought to the audience here and the viewers online?
Well, at the Consulate General of Jamaica, Miami, we're part of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
Right.
And we are responsible for 13 states. And today we use the opportunity to say a big thank you to the members of our Jamaican diaspora.
Awesome.
Who gave back to Hurricane Beryl. They were part of packing containers that came here. In fact, the first plane of relief that came into Jamaica came courtesy of an introduction we did with Global Empowerment Mission. So they were able to provide relief items on the ground, tarps, generators, and ultimately they donated a very big generator that was able to service most of the community.
Awesome. All right, so in terms of the community of Treasure Beach, what's next? Because I know persons are still building back, celebrating today, but what happens after today?
Right now, the efforts has been about rebuilding roofs,
Yes.
and I've been around many homes that have been rebuilt, but the work continues, and so persons can continue to give, whether to ADPEM or the different groups here, America Friends of Jamaica, GEM, Food for the Poor.
Yes.
Because it's quite a bit of work still left to do. So we want to give thanks for what has been achieved so far.
Right.
Many families I visited with, they were so pleased to have a roof, and they were thankful. But there are still some houses out there that need support. I want to recognize Minister Charles. His program is a part of helping with the major ministry in charge of rebuilding, and so that continues. And so we will support in any way. We continue to support in any way we can.
All right. I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor, for talking to us right here at BOJTV.
Yes.
And keep up the good work.
Thank you very much. And, we invite all your followers, your millions of followers, right? Yes. You can follow the page, the Consulate General of Jamaica, Miami, on our Facebook and Instagram. You can also follow my page, Mayor Oliver, on Instagram and Facebook. We give you updates as the work that we do here in the diaspora. And again, I just want to publicly thank members of our Jamaican diaspora for your unconditional love and support, unwavering support that you can continue to give to our homeland, Jamaica.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We're heading to our final break. Stay with us. We're heading to a break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's jump right back into our final segment for this week on our Treasure Beach feature.
We have come to the end of a wonderful day in Treasure Beach here, Jason. Talk to your viewers in TV land.
Boy, Karen, it was such a beautiful and heartwarming thank you celebration. It is exactly what I wanted it to be. And to have it streamed live by BOJ, honestly, that was like the first that we've ever done something like this.
Yes, definitely.
And
we're live right now.
It made sense, because someone said to me, think of the person who gave to Breds that cannot be here.
Yes.
How can they feel connected? You should have it streamed.
Yes.
And I want to thank that person for making that suggestion. And the Building Back with Love theme really took root.
Definitely.
Right? Sometimes you're a marketing man, sometimes you need a slogan, a theme to bring everything together.
Yes,
and I think how Dennis Abrams said it was very smart, because he said, when visitors come, we give them a lot of love.
Yes.
So when they saw us in our time of need, they gave us back the love. And I think that's really important.
Yes. And I mean, Mr. Michael Leachin, he made the time. Busy gentleman, he made the time, and he was here for you. Delivered again, Jason. You want to speak to Mike's present?
Michael Leachin is a real inspiration to me. He's a mentor to me. I watch him closely, and he's one who is humble, remains humble despite his successes in life, and he's always willing to share experiences. He's never afraid to tell you of the hardships that he's been through.
Yes.
And in his mind, the work is never done. Never done. He keeps challenging himself. He keeps giving of himself to lift other people who are less fortunate up. He himself would have had a very challenging childhood, and he and his mother, and he is always willing to share that. And I think he does it because he wants to let people know that, look here, sometimes adversity brings out a resilience in you, builds your grit, and that is something that you can use in a positive way in your life.
Definitely.
So when you're in it at the time, you're going to say, boy, life is terrible, life is horrible, and you see yourself as a victim. And it's not until later on that you realize that you went through that for a reason, and that you're now a stronger person, as I am here standing beside you today.
Boy, Jason, I've watched, I've visited you, that I've seen you in the rubble, I've seen your work, I've seen you lost out here, but I saw the stress on your face, but I watched your maneuver, and what I loved about you, Jason, you had your own personal challenges in terms of getting your business back together, but you were out there in the wider community assisting, getting assistance, and so on behalf of St. Elizabeth, we want to thank you for the work that you continue to do for the parish and for Jamaica and the community.
That means a lot to me, Kern. People say I do a lot for Treasure Beach, but I look at it the other way as well. Treasure Beach does a lot for me.
Yes.
This is my life's work. This is my purpose. And the truth of the matter is, I want to do more for even the parish. My great-grandfather, Lionel Gentrum, left a piece of land in Gilnock, just outside of Santa Cruz,
Yeah, man, I know
155 acres.
Yes.
And I want to see that land turned over to Hart. And I'd love to see a regional training school built there.
Wow.
That incorporates agriculture, incorporates sports, heavy equipment training. There's so much more that we can do, and there's nothing like seeing a young person empowered.
Yes.
And you know, even this hurricane, it brought out a lot of young people, because you know they saw the need and they saw that support was needed, and they came forward. They didn't run away, and I think those lessons are things that are going to stay with us for a long time.
Definitely. I'm Jason. I'm looking over there and I'm seeing Mr. Earl Moxham.
Oh my God.
Earl delivered a citation. Can you just get Mr. Earl? I mean, we are going to talk to him today, Jason. He's always interviewing persons.
Earl, I will always yield my mic to
Let's get Mr. Earl Moxham in the middle. Now we're going to put
He's
him on
our
the spot.
local historian here.
Come right in the middle, man. You're always interviewing persons. It's our time to grill you today, Earl. Earl, you delivered I would say a lovely citation today. The presentation was awesome. You want to sum up for the viewers? We're live online on streaming. When you talk to the diaspora, sum up what you said today for me now.
Well, what I did today was to take a journey from Malvern, Monroe, all the way down to Treasure Beach. And it was important to put Hampton and Monroe in context because they have been so important to the educational aspirations of the people of Treasure Beach.
Beautifully. You did it beautifully, and you did it in a way that was untraditional, and you gave it the Earl Moxham magic. And we know you have your book out, and I'm really encouraging persons to buy your book because you really you embody the history, and you know how to portray it as though you're there yourself walking through the devastation. And you have that gift, Earl, and you've been blessed with it, and you're passing it on for us to enjoy, and we appreciate you. We see you, we hear you, we love you.
Thank you so much, Jason. And the truth is, I see myself as being sort of, without overstating my importance, because I don't think the individual, that I'm particularly important, but I got certain opportunities. I've had the benefit of a certain level of education, which many other members of my family did not in the early days get that benefit. So to the extent that I can use my voice and whatever creativity I've been gifted with to enhance the lives of our community, then I think it's important to do that.
Yes, we want to thank you, Mr. Moxham, for talking to us here.
Thank you, sir.
On our live stream. And keep up the good work, sir.
All the best.
Keep
Thank
up
you
the
very
good
much.
work.
All the best.
Yes. Jason, I think I saw Deacon Morrison somewhere. And she's right down there. We're going to try to get her before we're wrapping up. I'm getting the wrapping up signal, but I want to see if we can get in the Member of Parliament and also
I don't know where the MP is.
Yeah, the MP is right. The MP is behind us.
Oh,
he's actually behind us, right behind you. He's right behind you.
He's
doing an
interview.
Yeah. So Jason, what? Tell me what's next. What we celebrated today. What's going to happen next?
We still have a lot of roofs to repair. We distributed roofing material to 513 homes. Now we have this partnership with GEM, Global Empowerment Mission, who have now gone by and reinforced 41 of those roofs.
Right.
So we're going to keep working with them. We've given them storage space here. We've given them logistical support to continue through that 513, and hopefully they're going to leverage more money to go to do more.
Awesome,
right?
awesome.
So the work is far from done. So we don't want people to get the impression as though we're celebrating, meaning if them don't get help already, that is it for them. The door is closed. No, not at all. But we know the Christmas is upon us, and people do get occupied with the celebrations.
Yes, and here
so
she comes.
We wanted to just pause and say thank you to our sponsors.
Definitely.
Yes, Deacon Morrison.
Deacon Morrison from GEMS. Welcome. How are you? You can stay in the shot, Jason.
Okay. Stay here, Jason.
Yeah, I just want to ensure that we're okay. All right.
I'm trying to move my back out.
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, Lego. The last time I probably saw you was when we were sitting in the Senate. We sat in the Senate together.
You're
How
going
are
down
you?
memory lane there.
Yeah, man.
I'm good. You don't see I look younger from a retire.
I tell you, much
Okay.
younger.
From his Saget and Villa in Treasure Beach now, right? Trisel?
All right, so Deka, you want to sum up with respect to what Jem did today? Talk to me.
Okay, all right. So the Global Empowerment Mission came here.
Yes.
Members of the diaspora, as an important part of the story, convinced Jem
Okay.
to come to Jamaica,
Awesome.
right? And when they came here, they were the first to land in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
The founder was Beryl was the Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The founder was here on Friday.
Yes.
The plane was here on Saturday and cleared Saturday night.
Wow.
Okay. And with him, he brought tarpaulins, generators, and necessity kits. So like food and things like that for people. While he was here, they expanded and they put up half of the money for the water pumping station that powers all of Pedro Plains,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then they went on to do a roof repair program, which is what we're now currently working on. And they partnered with the National Commercial Bank Foundation. They did the
Awesome.
matching.
Awesome.
And then since that time, we have partnered with the International Organization for Migration, which is a UN agency.
Yes.
So that's additional resources, and we're in discussions with the government also. And with Gem Caribbean now exists. There was no office in Jamaica. Is a registered office in Jamaica, headquarters
Yes.
for the Caribbean.
Okay.
And Gem is just here trying to help as best as it can with impact.
Awesome, you're doing a great job. We're just going to talk to the Member of Parliament, Mr. Floyd Green, and then we'll close out with our broadcast here. We're live, Floyd. We're streaming
Yes.
live.
Okay.
We're wrapping up. We couldn't close without talking
Yes.
to the Member of Parliament.
Yes.
Of course, I want you to just sum up for us and not sell the message that you brought today to the people of Treasure Beach.
No, I think, Hurricane Beryl was probably our most difficult time
Yes.
in this neck of the woods. For a long time, people used to speak about Ivan. I
Yes.
used to tell people in St. Elizabeth, Gilbert wasn't our major hurricane. Ivan was
Yes,
our
that's-
major hurricane
that's
in
true.
terms of the damage that it was done. But if you speak to anybody, they said this make Ivan look like a boy. And when you came down here the day after Beryl and you moved around, the level of devastation, the amount of roofs lost, it was really just heartbreaking.
Boy, I
right?
tell you, I
But
tell you.
today and what we've been through and the fact that we can be here today celebrating rebuilding is a testament to the resilience of the people, the hard work of the people. And what happens when you have partnership? What happens when you work together? When we came down on Thursday and the Prime Minister was here the first day after
Yes,
the
we
hurricane,
heard that.
every road was blocked.
Yes.
Every road was blocked, and we started from that time clearing the roads to ensure that, as you heard, the truck that came in on the Saturday was able to get from Montego Bay all the way to Treasure Beach. And that's
Yeah.
because, some local people started, went out, started to chop. I remember Councillor White got out of his house, went and started to take up and chop and using machete and start to clear. But then we mobilized the NWA, we mobilized the agencies to really move and to provide some support in clearing the way so that people could get out, could get in, that people could come look for their families. Remember, we never had electricity.
Yeah.
We never had water
Oh, it
at
was
that
a- it was a
time.
journey.
We never had
It was a journey,
telecom. I probably never slept for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
Well, that's it for Travel Access this week. I'm your host, Colors. Join me next time to find out where travel access will be granted. Bye.
Travel Access was brought to you by Jack Sprat Seafood and Pizza Restaurant and Bar in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth.